We're going to be doing a quiz today. We're getting things figured out for you today. So if you watch this channel, you know that we are the non-brochure living channel. So I always make the assumption that you're all in. You've already made the decision that you want to live in Florida. The problem is, although you know that you love the sunshine, the beaches, the sand, the pickleball, the golfing, the tennis, you love all the things. You love the Florida coastal lifestyle. But the problem is you cannot figure out what area of Florida you want to live in. Many people land on Naples because really it is different than anywhere else in Florida. I've been up and down both coasts many times, and Naples just feels different for a lot of reasons. And because of that, a lot of people do lean towards Naples. So today I have put together a quiz that I myself typed up, and I'm going to do my best if I can. I don't know if I can, but if I'm able to, I will link this down in the description box so that it's in a PDF so that you can print it out. And that way, if you want to give it to your husband or wife or whatever, then you have it available. But I would say grab a pen and piece of paper. These are all going to be yes or no questions. And by the time we're done with this 20 question quiz, then you're going to know if Naples is right for you or not. All right, before we jump into this, let me just get a little credibility here. My name is Barrett Pastor, and I've been a real estate agent for about 27 years. So hopefully I'm coming to you from a place of knowledge and experience, and I can help you navigate all things real estate related. Now, these questions that I came up with, I took a lot of time to kind of say, how can we narrow things down to help you determine if Naples, Florida, which is the area that I work, that is my stomping ground, anywhere from Naples to as far north as Sarasota, but I'm kind of right there in the middle. So for me, Naples, Bonita, Estero, I'm in and out of there constantly. Even Venice. I go up to Venice a lot as well because, like I said, I'm kind of in the middle in Estero. So I personally can go an hour to the north or the south, and it's not a problem for me. But that said, I have spent so much time working the Naples market that it's kind of one of those things that I know very, very well. So I tried to put together questions that you could answer yes or no that would help you really start to filter out if it's the right place for you or not. So I tried to get a little creative with the questions to really help you narrow this down. All right, pen and paper, are you ready? I'm going to go through these. Number 1, are you comfortable paying a premium for beauty, location, and lifestyle, even if the home is smaller and more dated than what you're used to? Yes or no on these? Got it? Number 2, do you enjoy a slower pace of life where early dinners and quiet evenings are the norm? Now, when I say early dinners, I'm talking about 4 o'clock, 4:30. Are you comfortable with that? Are you more of a night owl? Are you somebody that likes to have a lot to do in the evening? You don't even start it up until about 9 o'clock and you go till 1 or 2 in the morning? Even if you only do that once a week, that's not something you're going to get in Naples, generally speaking. It is a town that kind of dies down pretty early. So are you okay with that? Yes or no? Next one, number 3. Can you tolerate seasonal crowds and traffic, a lot of traffic, from January through the end of March in exchange for really, really good weather? Perfect weather, no humidity, absolutely stunning for those few months. But you're going to be bumper to bumper traffic. Number 4, are you prepared for high insurance, high HOA fees, high property taxes, possibly more than other places or what you're used to? Now, I know somebody out there is probably thinking, well, what do you mean by high? When I'm talking about taxes, I'm not talking about New Jersey high. That is some of the highest taxes that I've ever seen. I feel like Florida does not have extremely high taxes, but everything's on a curve there. So you can set your HOA, just buy in the one that fits your budget. But I will say, cover charge, opening price point is going to be about $400 a month. Anything less than that, you're not going to get much in terms of amenities. Number 5, do you value close to the beach more than having a large yard or extra interior space? So smaller home, very small lot. Do you value being closer to the beach in exchange for that? Number 6, are you comfortable living around many seasonal residents? Neighbors that come and go. A little bit of a feeling of living next to a rental. Maybe even you might feel like you're living in a hotel. Are you comfortable with that? Number 7, does warm, humid weather most of the year feel energizing rather than oppressive? Number 8, are you okay with fewer big city amenities in exchange for cleanliness, safety, and natural beauty? Now, I will say Naples does have a lot of really good restaurants and some very good shopping, but not a big city. Number 9, would you rather spend money on experiences, so like dining, golfing, boating, sunsets, things like that, than on material things? Number 10, are you comfortable with strict HOA rules that prioritize appearance and order? You're not putting a garden in, probably not putting a shed up in the back. So are you comfortable with those things? Can you handle scheduling contractors and services farther out during peak season? What I mean by that is the likelihood that you're going to get a good contractor during season is almost zero. So are you okay waiting until we get to the off season to schedule work that needs to be done? And I would almost add to that, are you comfortable interviewing 2 or 3 contractors and hoping that one of them actually gives you the bid? Because that's a thing. Number 12, do you enjoy a community that leans quiet, established, and traditional more than fast-paced and trendy? So more along the lines of Frank Sinatra versus, Def Leppard. Are you fine with being car dependent and having limited public transportation? This one is huge. We do not have a ton of public transportation. Yes, there's a bus, but it's not super walk friendly in Naples. Next one, 15. If Naples became more expensive or busier over time, would you still feel good about living there? I say that because it's probably going to happen. As much as I say you can't fit another person in there, you can. They could expand it. So keep that one in mind as well. Also keep that in mind when you think about where you're going to buy, because I always say if you think about the area as like a target and then the center of the bullseye is maybe downtown Naples, if you can get out to maybe the second or third rung, it's going to be less crowded. So think about that as well. Let's see, 16. Are you comfortable with higher day-to-day costs like dining out, entertainment, personal services, pretty much everything? Are you comfortable with that? 17. Do you like an active outdoor lifestyle, walking, beaching, golfing, shelling, pickleball, more than indoor entertainment? Number 18, can you live with the fact that many homes prioritize outdoor living, so like lanais, pools, summer kitchen, over large indoor living areas? 19, are you okay with frequent summer storms and the need to prepare during hurricane season? And you'll have to prepare, and I would add to that also, are you okay with like leaving at the drop of a hat? That's part of preparing. So if you buy a home that doesn't have impact resistant doors and windows, you're going to have to put shutters up. Think about that. This is like one of my biggest tips. I need to mention this much more often. When you buy a home, what nobody checks for, not even the building inspectors, if you're buying a home and you're doing an inspection and that home does not have impact resistant doors and windows, but it has manual shutters, you better make darn sure, I'd make the seller show you that every shutter that you have to manually put on that window has all the screws, the nuts, the bolts. That's where the problem comes up, because you wind up in that hurricane cone. You have a day maybe to react. You've got to be flexible in that way, so you don't have much time. You're like, do I put them up? Do I not? Is it going to shift? Is it not? If you don't have every little nut and bolt, you are in big trouble when you're trying to get those up. So make sure, nobody thinks about that. Make sure you check that. And let's see, last one. Do you prefer a peaceful, curated environment over more of a gritty, urban, anything goes kind of vibe? Are you more of a traditional person? All right, that's all 20. Now count them up and we're going to score. All right, do you have all your yeses and your nos counted up? So I want you to go through, count your yes answers. If you have 0 to 7 yeses, Naples may be beautiful, but it may not fit your lifestyle or budget. So if you're 0 to 7, we probably need to go north a little bit. 8 to 14, Naples could work for you. It's a very strong possibility. Nice. Depending on the neighborhood and the seasons and the expectation of what you're looking for, maybe you are that 2 to 3 rung person, the target, that I talked about from the center of the bullseye. You might very well be that person. I think if you're 8 to 14, then it's definitely a possibility for you. But you could do well to look at Bonita Anastero. So that's why I say pull out just a bit. 15 to 20 yes answers. It's a done deal. Naples is the right place for you. Wow. So I hope that helped. Let me know. Let me know down in comments if you took the quiz, and I want to know what your score was. Everybody that takes this quiz, let us all know down in comments what your score was. I would love to see where everybody landed.